With plans of reaching a middle-income economy within the coming 10 years, Ethiopia at the moment is heavily relying on the manufacturing sector's growth. And based on the report just released by the World Bank, the nation is witnessing remarkable growth.
Data and from various sources it certainly demonstrate that over the last 12, 13 years, Ethiopia has made tremendous progress, both in terms of general economic growth, but more importantly, in terms of poverty reduction, improvement of social indicators, and achievement of many of the targets in the Millennium Development Goals.
According to the World Bank, light manufacturing sector like textile, as well as leather processing and leather products manufacturing, has grown tremendously over the past 12 months. But all is not sunshine for the Ethiopian economy. The World Bank says exports has significantly declined with about 3% over the last 9 months.
Ethiopia has had a fantastic export performance in the long run. If you look back the last 13 years, exports basically were increasing by 20% a year. But the last 3 years we have seen very modest export growth, and in fact there was a decline over the first 9 months of this current fiscal year of 3%. So that's a major challenge for the economy.
For the government in Addis, the drop in exports is entirely bad news. So it has set in motion plans to turn this around, as it has managed to drop the notorious double-digit inflation to a single digit. The government is banking on agriculture to restore its fortunes.
We are going to focus on agriculture. Agriculture has to grow more, and it has to diversify its growth, and we have to also add value to agricultural sector. That is one way we are going to address that, and we are going to make significant efforts to make sure that agricultural export is going to be diversified, increase in volumes and also in value.
The World Bank's report also predicts more rapid growth for Ethiopia for the coming 5 years. The low global oil prices, growth in the agriculture and industry sectors, and the positive flow of foreign direct investments will support Ethiopia's growth.
We still projecting the economy to continue to grow very healthily in the range of between 8%, 9%, which is a remarkable rate by itself. But of course, Ethiopia is always ambitious. They want to achieve double-digit growth, and we're suggesting over the next couple of years that compared to the last decade, perhaps the average growth rate may be slowly coming down a little bit, which is when you come from a very low basis, your growth rate could be much faster. But even achieving an 8.5% growth rate is a very remarkable growth rate for a large country like Ethiopia.
Easy access to funding, power supply and inflation could pose a challenge to Ethiopia's economic growth. Ethiopia has been commended by the World Bank for the stable revenue and expenditure balance over the last 13 years. But the bank said the nation needs to work on increasing its revenue, which stands low compared to other neighboring countries like Kenya. On the other hand, the Ethiopian economic growth continues to reduce knee-deep poverty in the nation. Girum Chala, CCTV, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.